Hey everybody, this is Cannaday, and welcome back to the Winter Spectacular. So, we've been talking about our top games of 2020, and this list is going to be a little bit different because this is going to be my favorite heroes from Marvel Champions. A lot of those did come out in 2020, but there are definitely some on the list that are from last year, but it came out near the end of last year, and some of the packs were released here and there. But I was trying to figure out which list would be great for me to do during the whole Winter Spectacular thing, and I've had a ton of requests to talk about my favorite heroes in Marvel Champions, so here we're gonna go do it. One thing to note, I do want to have a little caveat here. This is not the end-all be-all best list of heroes in Marvel Champions, and I don't necessarily think I've ranked them in the order that I think is the best, but this is my personal opinions of my favorite ones. So hopefully you enjoy it, and if you're interested in Marvel Champions, it is a cooperative card game by Fantasy Flight, and there are all sorts of different Marvel super characters that you're playing against. You can play it solo or against other people, and I've played this game a ton this year. Well, let's get straight into the list. My number 10 is Hulk. So Hulk is really kind of a very interesting character because he's very much like tons and tons of damage, but he's not going to be able to help you stop the opponent from scheming and things like that. The reason I really enjoy Hulk is just because how much damage he can do at one time, and it's really cool to get those cards that give you lots of different options for like playing like big energy cards and doing lots of different damage. But it's very interesting because you have to discard your hand all the way out if you are still in Hulk form, which is kind of interesting. But I'm very much a player that I try to play out my whole hand every single turn anyway. And Hulk, even though he's kind of a hard character to play, especially like in solo, depending on the villain, he's definitely one I like to bring out because you know it's going to be a fast game whether you win or lose. And so I really enjoy Hulk, and that's why he's my number 10. All right, my next one here is Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel is a great character. She has all these different personas, and she's all about getting event cards back after you play them. She takes a little bit to set up, but I really enjoy the theme and the way this works. This is one of the first characters when I got it out and started messing with it. I'm like, wow, they can really do a lot of crazy things with this game. And I just enjoyed how she has all these different people that are like friends and family in her life that you can use for all sorts of different cool powers, and then getting those cards back over and over again to play them, to stun your opponent over and over again, or depending on which different style of character you want to play her as. Really enjoy Miss Marvel. My next one here for my number 8 is Spider-Man. So I know a lot of people probably have Spider-Man even higher on their list, but I really enjoy Spider-Man. I think he's got a lot of really good cards. I love that Peter Parker can give you extra resources, and then as Spider-Man, you can get extra cards when you're attacked. I just haven't played him as much as a lot of the other characters, but I feel like he's really powerful with his like swinging web kick and things like that, and webbed up is amazing for like that double stun. I really enjoy a lot of his cards, so that's why he's my number 8. All right, for my number 7 here, this is Black Widow. I really enjoy Black Widow with all of the different preparation cards she has. And even though she doesn't deal a ton of damage, it's kind of hard to get her to do mass amounts of damage. She's like prepared for everything that can come her way, which makes a lot of sense. But I love the way that she plays as like this spy agent character, and you get that feel, and you're just slowly like messing up your opponent and the villain every step along the way. And it's really cool. Like, the games feel like they're a little bit longer because she's not doing tons of damage, but you feel like you're prepared, which makes sense, as you're playing the game. So I really enjoy Black Widow. All right, my next one here is Black Panther. So Black Panther is really the one that I really started playing the game as. I played my first few games of Marvel Champions with Black Panther, and I just think he is a great character. I really love the retaliate that he has. He's kind of one of those characters that you got to set up a little bit to get everything going, but once you get all of his different upgrades out there, doing the Wakanda Forever and figuring out how you want that chain to trigger off is a lot of fun, especially because it can be very versatile depending on the situation. But if you play him in defense and get some extra retaliate and things like that, you can definitely be defending and doing tons of damage to the opponent, and then doing Wakanda Forever is to be able to trigger a whole bunch of different things on his cards. So definitely really enjoy Black Panther. All right, next here is Ant-Man. I know a lot of people might even put Ant-Man even higher on their list as well. He's a really good character, and I'm trying to not be too cult of the new with this. But I just really like the way that the card flips open, and you just want to be flipping back and forth in between hero modes and sometimes going back down to heal a little bit. And it's just really enjoyable playing the cards. He seems like he has really, really powerful cards, and I can see him going higher up in my list of favorites as I play him even more. I played several games with him so far, and I've really enjoyed it. And I really enjoy Ant-Man, and I'm really excited to see how Wasp is going to work out as well. So awesome. My next one here is Spider-Woman. I enjoy Spider-Woman a ton. Spider-Woman has that ability to have two different of the personas or whatever, or the different attributes, and you can mix and match them how you want, but she's all about trying to play those cards to boost up her stats, and then be able to attack and maybe unexhaust and then attack again, and I really enjoy her pheromones with the stunning and confusing your opponents, especially if you play solo. That's really awesome for basically just tying down the villain for like a couple turns, which can be amazing. And then she just does really cool with the whole being able to play the two different things at the same time. That gives you a ton of versatility, and she can have some combos that other characters just can't have. And then my next one here is like the character that when I started playing, after I played Black Panther, I just kept playing a ton, and that is Captain Marvel. I love card draw in Marvel Champions, and Captain Marvel is great for card draw. Like both sides, her alter ego and her hero have ways to like let you get cards, and she has tons of stuff to just charge up with all those like lightning attacks and things like that. She can do a ton of damage if you set her up properly. I play her a lot in aggression, so it's just like really just hit them hard and just hit them fast, and I've really enjoyed running through the whole deck as I play her, just because I draw. And when you're playing in cooperative mode, you can be like, you draw, let's just like make all this drawing stuff happen. I enjoy drawing cards in Marvel Champions, so that's why I really enjoy Captain Marvel. All right, so the top two here. So my number 2 is Captain America. I know a lot of people maybe even put Captain America in their number 1. He is so good with allies. He's so good with being able to unexhaust. I played through the entire campaign, and my dad actually played Captain America the whole time, and it was a ton of fun seeing Captain America just do all this cool stuff. I really enjoy how the allies he can get out a lot easier than others, so you almost always play him in leadership. I mean, leadership Captain America is almost broken, but he's a ton of fun to play to be able to get those leaders out, and then you're using him, and you're unexhausting your other guys with other leadership cards and stuff like that, and he has the super serum, so it helps him get resources, and there's just lots of different stuff that are awesome with Captain America. He can do the shield throw and knock out a bunch of different opponents, and he can also do a ton of damage himself. He's really good. Really good is Captain America, and that's why he's my number 2. So my number 1 of my favorite characters to play in Marvel Champions is Doctor Strange. I really enjoy how Doctor Strange works with that evocation deck. They're trying to cycle through and get the top one. You really want the damage one that can stun your opponent, and being able to play that multiple times in a round. I really love the way that you can use Wong to try to go through that deck even faster. When I was playing with my dad through the entire scenario, he played Captain America, I played Doctor Strange, and it was just fun to be able to play Doctor Strange over and over again. I really enjoy his stuff. He can do tons of damage, he can do lots of stun, lots of confuse. His Magic Blast card is random, but it's really fun to see what comes out, and I've kind of tweaked his deck so that he has more wild abilities in there, or more wild, so that way he can trigger all of those abilities at the same time. He's a really fun deck to play, and that's why he's my number 1. So yeah, that's my whole list. I've really been enjoying Marvel Champions, and like I've said, this is probably my most played game here in 2020. And if you need more info about Marvel Champions, I've done several reviews, and me and Tom also did a review of the game as a whole, and I think my opinion has actually gone up a lot since I first started playing this game, just with all the awesome content they've been putting out for it. If a hero here you saw wasn't on the list, I'm not saying that hero is bad in any way, it's just not my favorite to play. There's a lot of really good ones. I'm sure a lot of people are like, where's Iron Man? I just need to play Iron Man a lot more. I know he's really awesome as well. I can't wait to see what else comes out with the game, and I'm hoping you guys are having an awesome time with the Winter Spectacular. I've been having a blast with all the stuff here, and hopefully you'll watch a lot more of the videos and check those out. Well, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.